Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I am actually recording this 11 o'clock at night. I'm an hour, an hour out from this stupid party that I never, ever want to do again. I cannot stress enough. Parties that don't include any beer or smoking are just automatically terrible. When it's a kid's party, you gotta bunk it. I'm like literally just watching wrestling videos while the kids are out there playing and the moms are mingling. I swear to God, the only dad out there, I've seen one dad out there. Fucking hell, man. My God. But check it out. I got back home and I seen the news pop up in regards to the AEW ratings. So believe it or not, I want to do this actually live, because I don't know how much their ratings are. I don't know what's the viewership or anything like that. I'm gonna take a guess. First time. I got my hand covering up the title right now at the moment before I even click on the article from the Google results. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say they did between, on the low end, 696,000 on the low end. On the high end, just going off of the million viewership number from Bobby Lashley on YouTube, the high end, I'm going to suggest 797,000. So 600, let's just say 695,000 to 795,000. In reality, I think they might have gotten 745 to 750,000. That's my guess. Okay, hang on. Okay, clicked on the video. My hand is still covering it. Okay, reading it little by little. Okay, this is via Fightful. Fuck you, Sean Ross Sapp. AEW Fright Night Dynamite draws 628,000 viewers. But I don't, wait, what? Is that a legit, wait, hang on, I'm confused. 628,000 viewers? That's smaller than, wait, what'd they get last week? Wait, maybe it might be in the article. Viewership and ratings information for the October 30th episode of AEW Dynamite. Programming Insider reports that AEW Fright Night Dynamite drew 628,000 viewers. This number is down from the 637,000 viewers the show drew last week. Oh, okay. So they fell damn near 10,000 views. Oh, wow. The October 30th episode scored a 0.19 demo rating, which is the same as the October 23rd episode. AEW Dynamite faced competition from Game 5 of the MLB World Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees. The game drew over 18 million viewers on Fox. The NBA on ESPN topped the night on cable. The Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers scored a 0.34 demo rating, while the Oklahoma City Thunder versus San Antonio Spurs drew a 0.26 Dynamite rating. Okay. And then they tell you all the breakdown for the numbers as far as Dynamite is considered on YouTube. As we suggested beforehand, Bobby Lashley and Swerve Strickland did get over 1 million views. The Jon Moxley segment with Orange Cassidy that drew over 458,000. Private Party and the Young Bucks that drew 176,000 views. Adam Cole coming back to the ring to face Buddy Matthews drew over 158,000 views. And Orange Cassidy responding to the attack drew over 112,000. That's the biggest viewership numbers that were on YouTube as of the posting of the article, I presume. Yeah, that's dog shit. That's horrible. See, here's my thing. They keep making up these excuses from for baseball and basketball. I hate it when WWE fans do this too. It gets on my nerves because it's like, okay, but no one is suggesting, at least in the case of AEW. Again, WWE fans, they do this dumb shit too that's really fucking annoying. I'm not suggesting that or expecting, for an example, if it's WWE, I'm not expecting them to get like 4 million viewers or something like that, right? In the same case of AEW, like, I'm not expecting you to hit 1 million viewers anymore. That shit's gone, okay? That shit is done. I'm not expecting you to hit 9 million viewers. That shit is done. Or 900,000 viewers. That shit is done. 800,000 viewers. That shit is done. I'm not expecting these kinds of numbers. Like, that heyday is gone. You're never gonna get those heydays back. That shit is done. But at the very least, as I suggested right here, like, I was expecting, like, for you to go up. At the lowest, I gave you 696,000. That's what I was more so expecting between that group. I was not expecting you to get 800,000, and I damn sure weren't expecting you to drop. Again, they like to make these weird arguments that take away from the point that people are discussing at the moment. No one is talking about AEW necessarily having to grow tenfold. No one is saying that they're expecting you to hit some ridiculous number, but no one is really expecting you to drop either. That's the problem. Okay, these games that are happening, right? All this stuff that's happening. Regardless, you fell 9,000 viewers. Now, 9,000 is not that big of a deal, but like, at the very least, you could have grown. Okay, you're not going to get 696,000, right? You can't get that extra 60,000 views compared to last week at the lowest point, right? But you fell. That's the point. Even with all the competition that's going on right now at the moment, you had a television show that I'm expecting a lot of fans wanted to see theoretically. Where are these people from AEW, right? Okay, the disenfranchised AEW fanboys, right? The ones who still care for AEW, the ones that talk about it all the time, but it seems like you're not really there, because if you were there, then the numbers wouldn't be in the position that they're currently in right now at the moment. Where are those people? They are still lingering in the IWC, right? They still see the news reports. At the very least, like, okay, you dropped from 1.4 million at your peak, right? And your average, what you usually peaked, was around 1 million viewers about 2 or 3 years ago, right? The people who are still watching professional wrestling, those 400,000 people who left your fan base, I guess you could say, your 400 to 600, 700,000 people, maybe even 800,000 now, because you're at 600,000. So let's just say 800,000 fans who are no longer there. There are more people who left AEW than those who are still lingering around, going off the peak numbers. You mean to tell me you couldn't muster up 10,000 people? Because that's how much it would have been to at least beat last week. You mean to tell me you couldn't muster up 10,000 people? Even with all the shows that are on currently at the moment, you couldn't muster up 10,000 people to watch the show more than what they watched last week? Even though I know these people still linger in the IWC, and if I knew Bobby Lashley was going to be here this week, they also knew Bobby Lashley was going to be here this week. No shot that they didn't think that. If for nothing else, the people who were watching the show these past couple of weeks, when the number was slightly better than what you've seen last week, they knew Bobby was going to be here, and they still didn't come. They still didn't come. Let's even say hypothetically that they came at the tail end of the show, because that's when they were expecting Bobby to show up, and they were just pretty much going back and forth between whatever sports they were watching, going back to AEW to see whether or not Bobby showed up already. You mean to tell me none of the segments that you had going on at that moment before Bobby Lashley was even remotely captivating to keep them to stay? Because that's how it used to be back in the days with WWE, right? That's how DX got over. That's how The Rock got over. That's how Foley got over, right? That's how Sable got over. You use McMahon and Austin in order to draw these people to come watch. And when they initially come to want to just see McMahon and Austin, they're typically going to stay because they just seen DX, because they just seen what happened with Kane and The Undertaker. They just seen some crazy shit Foley just did. They're just seen DX invade WCW. They just seen Sable take her titties out. Like, there are multiple things that people come to a show that if you show them one thing, they'll usually stay if you have something that's compelling outside of that, right? Right? Like Wendy's. I haven't eaten Wendy's in like 20 years prior to like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I heard about the Krabby Patty Burger. And then I went there and bought the Krabby Patty Burger and seen the rest of their menu because, hey, well, I'm already here. Might as well see what else they have. And none of it intrigued me because Wendy's sucks. And then I ate their Krabby Patty Burger and I said to myself, well, looks like I'm going to be missing another 20 more years. But that's what was supposed to, it enticed me to at least give them a chance to look and see what they had. And their food sucks because Wendy's sucks. But my point being is, though, I got to stop burying Wendy's. Clearly, you don't have a fan base that cares about your show anymore. That's the vibes that give off to me. No matter how many excuses you want to give in regards to what's taking away the numbers and what's doing this and what's doing that, clearly no one really cares about your show anymore, bruh. And mind you, I didn't make any. Look at my review last night. It's been a while since I've actually gone out of my way, maybe a week or so. And I like the format right here because I think people listen more and there's not really any excuse that you can use to deviate from the conversation without making yourself look, obvious, like an obvious hack. And it's just tribalistic behavior, right? In the end of the day, if that's what you want to do. But my point being is, though, I was dead serious last night. I talked in a very serious tone. That was the entire tone of the video. And I broke down every segment that I watched in a very serious manner. And I used the format of what I grew up on in regards to what I liked, because that's the format that brought tens of millions of views to both companies, WCW and WWE at the time. I applied it to the structure of professional wrestling today in regards to the product that I watched last night. And what I got for the most part was absolute dog shit. The only good thing last night was the Private Party and Young Bucks match, but you have tainted not only those tag team titles, you have tainted not only the Young Bucks, you have made the Private Party guys. It's even hard to say that you made them irrelevant, because in order to make them irrelevant, they would have to have been relevant first. Like, you did a good job with that match, but it was just mixed with so many things that no one gave a shit about. That, like, even though it was a great segment, and I'll give credit where credit is due, I said this already, I thought they did a fantastic job with that match, and quite frankly, it's the only thing worth watching last night. Like, honestly, like, no one gives a shit. No one gave a shit. No one cared, besides the people who are currently there right now at the moment. Again, you can make as many excuses as you want. What people are saying is, not only do we prioritize our sports over AEW, but we can't even be bothered to switch back and forth to see what the hell is going on. And if we do switch back and forth to see what the hell is going on, we can't even be bothered to stay and see the product that's going on in the ring at that moment, because you're not giving them a reason. Imagine switching back and forth and all you see is more wrestling. That's all you see. Back in the days with Raw, you switch back and forth, there's a good shot you're going to miss Austin pouring concrete in Vince's car. There's a good shot you're going to miss Val Venus and Choppy the PP, right? There's a good shot that you're going to miss Bang 316. There's a good shot that you're going to miss something that was fucking crazy that was happening on Raw. That's what kept people's attentions. It was the characters. It was a story. It wasn't the in-ring action. I keep telling everybody that. No one, it's no different than tuning into a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like, if you have your specific niche, like for an example, like I do, and you don't care for numbers all that much and none of that shit, then, great. You're in the same club that I'm in right now. That's cool. You just want an outlet for yourself. But if you're legitimately just trying to go for the goal, right? Like you want to be the top priority in YouTube. You want to be that guy. And you're competing against channels like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast and all these other crazy guys with their channels. And you think to yourself that, you're going to do what I'm doing and just meandering for the most part and talking. Now I'm making a point. Fuck, I'm just picking on myself. I can do that. I don't have any fucking self-awareness of myself anyways. I fucking suck. But, like, you can't do what I'm currently doing at the moment, in this type of manner, and think that you're going to compete with Mr. Beast. It's just not going to fucking happen. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's pretty impossible, damn near, for you to compete with Mr. Beast regardless, but you're damn sure not going to get there doing what I'm doing currently at the moment. You got to do something to keep those people's attention. If you're going to compete with him, there's some things you're going to have to sacrifice. And AEW certainly didn't do it. They certainly didn't do it. I do gotta say though, it is very, very, very shocking, though, that, damn, even with the news of Bobby Lashley and even with all the stuff that we've seen, all the stuff that was supposed to be carried over to the show, to know that they still can't even break 700,000. So that number's gone now, right? Right, essentially, that number's gone. What was their numbers these past... Before we leave, I am curious. When was the last time AEW did do 700,000? I know they haven't done 800,000 since the middle of this year. But 700,000? Ironically enough, the last time they did 800,000, that was a CM Punk episode, if I'm not mistaken. Look at this. The last time they did 700,000, and it was a low 700,000 too. You know what's funny also? You know what's funny? The last time they did 700,000, they did 702,000 viewers. That was September 25th of 2024, obviously. That was the Grand Slam episode. That was the last time. And that was over a month ago. Now we're in the second month. You know what's funny? I think, let me go up to 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was October of 2023, right? Yep. You know what's funny? Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the case. I'm not. Although I am starting to notice a pattern here. Let me go back up again too, out of curiosity. When was the last time they got 1 million views? February. Okay, February 2023 is the last time they got 1 million viewers. My point being is, this is around the same time last year when that was their last time hitting a number in a specific bracket. They haven't hit 900,000 views in over a year. Over a year, they haven't hit over 900,000 views, and now a year later, 702,000 views. And mind you, last year they had 901,000. Similar number as far as the rounding is considered. Now it's 702,000, and they haven't hit that in a while. And I notice it looks like it's a pattern. Every 6, 7, 8 months they go down a bracket. It looks like they're due. 800,000 was April. We're now in November, pretty much. Like, they're stuck in 600,000 now. So what is it going to be in May or June? They're going to get stuck at 500,000? Huh? What, next year in the beginning of 2026 is going to be 400,000? Don't say it can't happen. Look at Collision right now. Look at Rampage. They can easily stay stuck at 300,000. They can easily go down to 200,000. They can do it. Yes, they can. It's not too late. AEW fanboys, it's not too late, man. No one wants to see this company go down in a blaze of glory like it's going right now. It's not even a blaze of glory. It's like a blaze of tragedy. No one wants to see this company go down in the manner of how it's going down right now. They brought in Bobby Lashley. They stacked this card to the fucking gills, and they couldn't even put in. Again, no one was expecting them to get a crazy number. But even with the competition, with what you had going on that show, there's no reason as to why you should have declined. Again, no one is saying a specific metric. I'll repeat myself one more time. I'm suggesting that with a card stacked that high, even with the competition, no one is expecting you to get even 10% of what the hell those competitions are doing. But at the same time, no one was expecting you to decline. You declined. But they don't want to hear it, man. They still think that their wrestling is going to do everything for them. It's a fucking shame, bro. I swear to God. It's like feeding a fat kid cookies when you know that they're on their deathbed when it comes to diabetes. Alright, have that in the comment section below. Like I said, I recorded this 12 o'clock. Well, now it's going on 12 o'clock. I'll probably be uploading this like around 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later. I have to go to sleep. Get ready for work tomorrow. Deuces. P. Ice.